No, but seriously, like we gotta go against the narrative because it's not our natural instinct.
Mm-hmm.
Like you feel comfortable being a woman and being feminine. And I guarantee that if you tapped into that energy, you'll be happy,
Mm-hmm.
you'll be in your state, you'll be in flow, and you'll get followers on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
If your channel was feminine energy.
Yeah.
Because it's a rarity. It's a rarity. If you
Mm.
look at where society's going,
Yeah.
women are becoming men.
Oh, they are, man.
And men are becoming
What's
women.
crazy? All right, so I started working out, right?
Uh-huh.
And I was looking at like all these different
CrossFit?
workouts I could do. No, just I do a little bit of yoga.
You're trying to look yoked?
I dabble in the yoga. You know, I go to the gym.
Okay,
I
see,
do some
but
running.
yoga's feminine.
So listen. So I'm looking at all these things, and I'm looking at like the models who are actually like showing me these moves, and I'm like, I don't want to look like that though.
No.
Like I don't want to look manly.
No.
I want to tone. You know, have maybe a flat belly. You know, like I want my arms to jiggle kind of thing, but I don't want to look like a man either. I'm not trying to like build my muscle and
right. And it's sad that the whole programming with feminism, feminism and feminists and that whole agenda is once again, hey, you're equal, but you got to be like a man.
Yeah.
So to be equal, you got to be me.
That's not what I want.
You weren't designed like that. You weren't designed to be that.
Yeah, the only thing I believe in as far as like equality is like if we're doing the same job at work, we should get paid the same amount.
You are.
I'm not talking about like a factory work, because like factory work, like of course a man's gonna have higher output than like a female.
Yeah.
But like
work?
yes, like if I'm doing the job, I should get the same damn salary as if a man was doing the job. Period. That's it. That's all I'm asking.
That's another lie. And when they dig into it, like Google recently dug into it because there was an outrage. Oh, there's not equal pay. They realized that they're paying their men lesser than their women.
That's
the
not
whole
cool.
soccer one. I was
gonna say that's what's up, but that's not cool actually.
Yeah. over the summer, was it this summer or last summer, where the women's soccer they were in the whole protest? It kind of died out because at the end they did a study that showed that the women were getting paid more than men.
Oh, that's crazy.
Either through like advertisement or whatever, the women were getting paid more than men. And 9 times out of 10, that's what it turns out to be.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But that's not what society is telling us.
No.
That's
they're
not
telling
the
you all these
belief.
lies. Yeah, they're telling you all these lies. And all these lies is just leading to, because, as a man, I see that women actually have more rights than men do nowadays. And yet women are still out here kicking and screaming for equality when women have more rights. And I'm like, what more do you want?
Yeah.
Like, there's men out here that are literally slaves to the system. Once they go through divorce and child support, they're a slave. I know a guy who's living with his mom because he can't afford his own place.
That is crazy to me.
Yeah.
Like, it's expensive out here, man.
2/3 of his paycheck is going to his ex.
What? 2/3?
When she's an able body who can go out and work.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. See, I don't believe in the whole, like, going to court for, like, child support and all that shit. Like, no, like, you had a kid. That's your responsibility. It didn't work out. Provide for them.
Don't get me wrong. There's men out here who... Look. All around the... Men, women, let's get those titles out the way. There are crummy people out there.
There are.
There are people who will take advantage of any system that there's out there.
Yes, there are.
And the narrative is that men like to take advantage, and women are so innocent, and that's not true. They are shitty people. Simple as that.
That's true.
Men, women, there's just horrible people.
When you drop the labels, and just bring it down to
just people.
Person, that's very true.
People are good.
Yeah.
People are bad.
I like that.
And we have to bring things back to balance with that understanding that there's bad people out there and there's good people out there. Like this whole thing with Weinstein, right? And the whole Me Too movement, right? Yeah, he took I do believe he abused his power, but I also think that there's women out there that abuse their power.
Absolutely.
But they go under the radar. It's like when there's a teacher who has sex with a student. If it's a man, he's locked for forever.
Yeah.
When it's a woman we go, oh, lucky that kid, that team was
Yeah,
lucky.
there was one.
That
I
guy's
heard
lucky.
that. I heard one on the radio maybe like a week or two ago. It was
Yeah.
crazy. The teacher was the female.
Mm-hmm.
Slept with her student.
Yep.
Who was like 16.
Slap on the wrist.
Yo, slap on the wrist. Yo, she is a teacher again. They
Uh-huh.
didn't take away her teaching degree.
Nope.
Like, are you shitting me?
And that's the stigma. That's the stigma that, oh, a man would love that. Oh, a man would enjoy that.
Yeah.
But it's still a kid.
It is. Yeah.
And if you're gonna have the standards, you put this law in place.
Mm-hmm.
Like I believe, the law is a little stringent because what's the legal age? The legal age is
17.
Like 17, 18.
Yeah.
But in some countries, people are getting
married at 15.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
That's the quinceañera and all that.
Mm-hmm.
You're giving away and you're married and you have kids. So there's some, the argument is, okay, well, your mentality, right?
Right.
But there's some people out here who's 30 and act like they're 15.
That's true.
Arrested Development. Call it for what it is, right? So I feel like, I don't know. I feel like, I lost my train of thought. No, I feel like I don't like the stigma that, women are fragile and we gotta protect them, and then men are disposable. That's ultimately what it is. Men are disposable. If something happens to a man, there's always men can't be raped.
Mm-hmm.
Or, back with a teen, he must have liked it.
Yeah.
Right? But he's still a child.
Mm-hmm.
It's like we got to change this whole stigma that men are disposable.
Yeah. I agree. And honestly, like, that goes back to what I was saying, too, about, like, self-love and, like, just, like, slowing it down and just, like, waiting to find the right person. That thought was gone.
Yeah. Self-love and also love for fellow man. Like, I want to break this whole tribalism that we have.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I want to break through all that. Like, I feel like a lot of people are crying about inequality. And I feel like in this day and age, if you're a minority, you're protected.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's so many options for you. Look at all the college options you have.
Yeah.
You know who's the minority nowadays? It's white people. White men is like the most hated group right now. It's like, why? They're still humans.
Yeah.
Like, we gotta love them just like we love everybody else.
That's true, yeah.
Like, nobody should be protected. Nobody should have titles.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we're all human beings.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what happened to, back in the days? This is why I keep referencing the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the 90s TV shows had a gamma of, like, men, women, all colors.
Mm-hmm.
All race.
Yeah.
It was like everybody was having fun. Family matters.
Yeah.
Right? It's like, he walked in the door all funny.
Mm-hmm.
That was the thing we laughed about. It's like, it was easier times. It was more accepting times.
Yeah.
Like, now I feel like there's such tension.
There's a lot of tension.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have to walk on the eggshells of everything.
Yeah. How do we ease that tension?
Mm-hmm.
How do we get back to a point of, which is crazy because say you're driving down the road. Mm-hmm. There's a car accident. You're going to pull over.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter who's in that car.
No.
You're going to try to save them.
Yeah.
And so is everybody else who sees it. Right.
How can I help?
Right. Most people have good intentions.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how do we get to a point where we don't judge each other for who we are, for what we are, but who we are?
Mm-hmm.
How do we get to embracing that love for our just fellow man?
Yeah.
How do we do that?
That's what we gotta get.
How do we get there? I need answers. You're not giving me answers.
All right. So I remember my train of thought. So, like the whole like pushing men out of the household. Mm-hmm. So if when we were younger, we were taught like what it is that we're supposed to look for in a mate. And we were told like, hey, like hold off because like this is kind of like the criteria. This is kind of like what you need to look for before you choose someone.
Right.
I think it would be harder to say, oh, well, you don't need that person. If shit hits the fan, you don't need that person. You can be, like, you'll be okay without them. Mm-hmm. That's kind of like what I was taught. Like, if you try a relationship, if it doesn't work, whatever, you don't need them. You could do it on your own.
Right.
But I never set out to be a single mom.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I didn't have kids with the intention of, like, doing it all.
But do you know that with that mentality, the bar of tolerance has been lowered? So now with the first sign of a crisis,
mm-hmm. Somebody's
divorce.
out.
Divorce.
Somebody's out. Somebody's like, oh, I can't do this
Divorce.
anymore.
I don't need no man.
Yeah. Yeah. But you know what? It's also because leading up to that one like blowout, there's a bunch of little things that we're ignoring. Mm-hmm. There are red flags that we are ignoring. You're choosing to ignore it. You don't because you haven't actually put time in, put the thought in to what your boundaries are.
Stop making excuses for their actions.
But that's what it is. There's no way for you to end up where you want to be if you don't know where that is.
Well, you need to go into every relationship like you would a business contract. And I hate to say that, mm-hmm. but you need to understand the terms and conditions mm-hmm. that you're getting into. And if it's not under your terms, if that's not what you agreed to, that's not your boundaries, mm-hmm. You got to dip. You got to break the contract.
You got to.
You got to break the contract, because the second you break your back one time, mm-hmm. one instance, you make an excuse for their action, mm-hmm. and you show them that they can get away with something, they're gonna test you every single time.
Of course.
And they're just gonna build upon that.
Of course.
And the next thing you know, you're just a pushover.
Which is why, like, even like we were saying, maybe we do need to go back to like look at the younger generation and like maybe put a class in that teaches you like what the expectations should be. What your boundaries should be. Nobody ever says, like, hey, this is a red flag to look for. It's kind of just like, oh, that doesn't feel right. But I guess, yada, yada, yada.
But see, how would you do that this day and age? Because I think they tried to do that, and they had good intentions mm-hmm. with the whole, participation trophy. Like, hey, don't feel left out because you didn't win. Mm-hmm. I think they tried to do that, but I think that's more hindrance. I think that's hurting more than it's helping.
I don't think that's exactly what I'm saying.
Or the whole like bully mentality. Mm-hmm. I feel like all those obstacles, like a bully, mm-hmm. you need to address your bully. Mm-hmm. Like if you're being bullied by somebody, you need to step up.
Yeah.
Like the reason why they're bullying you is because you're weak.
Yeah. They see you as an easy target.
Right. And once you show them you're not, mm-hmm. they're gonna leave you alone.
Yeah.
Once you fight your bully, I hate to say that, but you got to fight your bully. Mm-hmm. Just like in nature. Like, if a bear comes at you, right? Mm-hmm. Like, I see it in the movies all the time, and it's comical, right? The bear comes, and the bear, and then you see the guy go,
and the bear stops.
Yeah, and then the bear runs away.
Wait a minute, what is this?
And chances are the bear's probably going to attack you in real life. But that's a great sign. The bear's going to smack you and be like, what the, you can't step to me, I'm a bear.
Yeah.
But it's a great example of, you got to step up to your challenges. Mm-hmm. You can't expect society to come to your defense.
Right.
There's a reason why it's called survival of the fittest.
Yeah.
Like, if you're being challenged, you got to step up to your challenge. Mm. And that's where you end up loving yourself, because you accomplished that. Mm-hmm. And that's where I'm getting at with the whole self-love, is like, if you're told that your mediocre work is fabulous, mm-hmm. you're going to believe that.
Right.
You can believe that your shit don't stink.
Right.
When it really does. And you got to fix it. Like, you got to fix that mediocre work. This one. Yeah. Like, you got to fix and strive to be your best version. Your best self.
I think our early ages, our early years are when we're supposed to do that.
Yes.
We're supposed to explore and push our boundaries and, find what our limitations are and, be able to get those little accomplishments that say, hey, I'm capable of doing more. I can push myself.
And I totally agree. Because me and you, I see a lot of me in you, in the sense that we both grew up in the same household. Mm-hmm. Our mom loved us, right? We really didn't have that male role model in our household, but we knew that our home, we had optimum love.
Right.
But that's not all we needed. Mm-hmm. And we didn't have those victories in school mm-hmm. or the rest of our lives, right? Like, we weren't in sports, right? We weren't competitive. Mm-hmm. We didn't get those wins, and those wins builds up to those victories.
Right.
And that's where I think that we lack in our self-confidence in the sense that we didn't have that growing up.
But we did have opportunities.
We did, but we didn't optimize them. It's our own fault. I don't blame our household. Like we had our nurturing environment where it was safe and we felt loved. And it wasn't just our mother. Our whole family loves us.
Yeah.
Like we didn't go somewhere where we weren't loved. Where a lot of people, they get mistreated and that hardships does build and help you, find yourself and discover yourself. But we didn't have that society growth.
Okay.
As far as saying, as far as the tiers in society, we're here. Like we just went with the flow.
Yes.
We went with the flow. We didn't challenge ourselves to compete. We weren't in sports. We didn't compete in competitions. We didn't get those trophies. We didn't get those wins. We didn't say, all right, this guy's here and we're here.
Right.
On the whole scale of society. And that's
there's nothing really structured that like teaches you any of that.
Yeah.
That's all shit you have to figure out on your own.
Yeah, I know.
And like hopefully you figure it out sooner than later.
And the sad part about it is society wants to build all these safe spaces.
Yes.
And say everybody's equal and everybody's safe and everybody's and you, I know you're stronger, but you're equal to this guy. I'm like, no, I could kick that guy's ass.
Yeah.
It's like
we're moving away from survival of the fittest.
Yes. And they're like back in the day, back like in Roman times, there was those trials that a boy would have to go through to become a man. Like you would have to go like where is it? Even in this day and age, like Israel, they have that whole you have to serve in the military.
Okay.
And like that's your time. You have to do like a year or two in the military to be a citizen, right? I think we need to have that. Like that whole trial that you go that kills the child and now you are an adult.
Yes. I agree.
And that will help you feel accomplished and feel like you had, that those wins, those accomplishments. Like we don't have that. We have them in sports, but now sports is becoming let's not keep score and everybody's a winner just for participating, getting on the field. And it's like, no. Like if you can run, you have that natural ability, you honed your skills, you should be awarded for that. Because you are, stronger than the next guy.
You're the elite.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
there's a reason why sports, players in sports get paid so much money. There's a reason why actors get paid so much money. That's why, musicians get so much money because they have a talent, they have a skill, they excel above all the rest.
Yeah.
And we applaud them for that. And we need to do that for our kids. Like we can't keep gassing them up and telling them that they're winners without having them winning something.
Yeah. Yeah. It's funny, my little guy, not my little guy, my oldest. He's still my little guy though. Yeah. But the other day, like cousins were over and they were like, wow, you have so many trophies. And like he was like, yeah, he's like, but I really didn't earn any of them.
Oh.
And like
so even he knows it's not true.
And like I was kind of proud of him for like recognizing that, like like that shows that like I participated, I made it through, but I didn't earn it, And at the same time, like he still has the accomplishment of like like I was there for the whole season.
Yeah. But I'll tell you what though, he's definitely doing a 180. His personality is starting to shine because he is embracing his project he's doing. Like he's waking up early for it. Yep. He's motivated to do it, and he's starting to grow his confidence. Like he's holding himself accountable.
Yes.
And nobody has to tell him, hey, good job or anything like that. But you could see as an individual, as a human being, he's growing because he's having those small victories. Yeah. Those small wins. Yeah. So that's doing more than those trophies will ever any day. Yeah. Because he even says it.
Yeah. He's like, you didn't really earn them. Yeah. Oh, okay.
Right. Right. You can't keep handing them out because, it dilutes it. Yes. Like you got to make sure, like, winners get this. Losers, you get a chance to compete next year. You get a good job. See you next year.
I agree.
Do better. But what are you going to strive for? You need those boundaries. You need those milestones so okay, I was here this year. Next year I'm going to be here. because that's winning. And then the following year, I'm going to be here. That's division. And then the following year, that's state or whatever. Right? Like, you need those milestones.
Yeah.
You can't just, I don't know. Society's jack. I don't have the answers. I'm just going to debate it.
Yeah. I mean, even in school, like, they give you deadlines and stuff, but they never teach you how to set your own deadlines.
School's jacked. They don't even teach you anything of value.
They don't.
They don't teach you how to balance.
How to add.
How to balance a checkbook, how to open up a loan.
No, none of that.
Skill sets, like they.
Oh, you have to go to college. You have to go to college, but I'll say, hey,
just learn a skill.
This is how you're gonna pay for college.
Let me.
How you apply for student aid for college.
Let me ask you this: if let's say, when you were in school, if they said, hey, go do a skill, what skill would you have preferred to learn to help you get a job? If you didn't go to college and you couldn't go to like a skill, trade school.
Well, so I kind of went to a trade school. I did BOCES for 2 years in high school.
Right.
I went for graphic and web design.
Okay.
Because that's where my passion was.
Why didn't you do that?
I'm doing it now.
Why don't you stay with it?
Like, that's what I'm realizing. Like, as we're starting, this YouTube channel and I'm doing like my own thing. I'm Rizzle at Pollen. Like, I'm on Instagram. I'm on all these different platforms. And I'm using that graphic design, I'm using that knowledge that I learned in high school.
So this was almost, 10 years ago?
It's more than 10 years.
More than 10 years, and you're still applying that?
Yes.
Wow. So it took you went the long way.
I did.
You gotta take a shortcut, and you went the long way.
Yep.
To actually realize, this is your calling, this is your passion.
Yeah.
So, like, you went down the whole business school, right? Because you were like, I'm going to become a CEO.
Yeah.
I'm going to run my own business.
Yes, I am.
And you just ended up working, being a NPC.
Yeah.
I got
caught up in the day-to-day. I have to get X, Y, and Z done today so I can get my paycheck tomorrow.
No, you actually saw reality. That's what, 99% of all jobs are. It's shit.
Yeah.
Working sucks. I don't know who told you this lie that you should get into the workforce.
Oh,
you're chasing after equal pay for equal work. When you should just be at home.
I feel that
chasing your hobbies.
I would make an excellent housewife if I started earlier.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because now, at my age,
totally agree.
I feel like I see it. I see it now. I'm like, I could do this. I wouldn't mind cleaning my house every day and cooking every day and that being my day to day.
Yeah, I totally agree.
But that wasn't ever told hey, this is an option for you. No, everybody was just you have to get a job. You have to provide.
So now you got to keep hustling because now you're in that mix.
Yeah.
You got to keep
hustling. Not to mention, I already have kids.
Yeah.
And I'm getting older.
Yeah.
I have the baby gut now. I'm not the bikini model and
don't get it twisted.
Shit is hard,
There's
man.
fellas out there that would still take you with all that because once again, love thyself. They don't.
But what are their standards?
That they're settling?
Yes.
That they're settling? That is true. What could you? All right, so if you do find the guy that you want, and you know that you're older and you have 3 kids, what are you gonna bring to the table?
Unconditional love.
Oh my God, you still don't. No, you need a matrix.
No. So I feel that what I could contribute to a relationship is the actual direction. I know how to look at the situation and be hey, this is what we need to do.
A man doesn't want a woman to be a compass.
What do you mean? Men need that shit.
No, men don't want that shit.
Men need
Not
that shit, though.
Not from a woman.
That shit. I'm not talking about going in, taking control and, being bossy and shit, which is,
That's
who I am.
what a compass is going to do. That's literally what my navigation unit does. Turn left here. And I'm don't tell me what to do. Even though I'm still listening to her. That's literally what you want to be. You can't do that.
What do you mean? You make it say what? All right. So what do you think a woman should bring to the table?
I'm gonna spin it this way. If you found me let's say you find somebody at your age.
Right.
Who's going to be your provider. So you have your standards, right?
Right.
So you're like, all right, I'm too old and I have 3 kids. But let's say you do find the guy who's your provider. Mm-hmm. At your age, he's providing. He could take care of you and your 3 kids. Don't you think he already has direction? Don't you think he already has ambition and goals?
Yes.
Don't you think he's already striving on his own path?
Yes.
So why would he need you to come in and nag him to get off that path?
First off, I'm not a nagger. Let's get that on the air right now. I am not a nagger. Okay?
But you're going to be direction.
No. You're misinterpreting what I'm saying.
Look at the words you're saying. Use different words.
What do you mean?
Use a synonym. Get a different word.
I'm sorry.
Let's get
I'm sorry. I'm educated. I'm not just gonna be like this, like
direction,
pinhead,
as in the guy is lost.
No, but like I feel as though at this point, like I could contribute like knowledge to a relationship. Man.
The guy's stupid. The guy's the breadwinner.
Why do you have to
the
be
guy.
So...
This is the way women are. You see, you're still spitting the programming.
But I'm not.
You want to know what's the best thing you can bring to the table?
You know what it is? You know what it is? You're not allowing me to say more than just 2 words. As soon as I say 2
Go ahead,
words.
say 2 more words.
As soon as I say 2 words, you're like, oh, it's black and white.
Pick your words. Pick your words.
Like, I live
because
in
I'm coming.
Gray.
Pick your words.
Gray, you know?
So what does direction and knowledge mean?
I feel that I know how to like breathe life into an individual. Like I know how to like kind of like breathe life into like his ego and like just like make him feel valued. You know, like I feel as though like if I'm in a relationship,
you're on the right path.
I can make him feel like he's the man of the household.
You're kind of on the right path. You got to compliment him. Yes. You got to understand, he's a train. He's on his path. Mm-hmm. He's been on his path without you. If he's going to take you and your burden on the train and on his path with him, on that expressway, the best thing you can do is be submissive. Mm-hmm. I know that's the big no-no word.
Yeah.
But you're right. If you're going to compliment him, make him feel loved.
Yeah.
Cater to him. Be submissive.
This hurts. This conversation hurts, but okay.
But that's what you gotta be. Because he's gonna cater to you.
Okay.
Like if he's gonna share his resources with you and your kids that are not his.
Right.
Like think about that. Like, oh my God, how like men raising other men's children. Like he's gonna bring those resources. The best thing you could do is be submissive. Can you do that? You better keep hustling. Yo, what was your channel again? What was the channel again? Advertise it again, because that look you had on your face, you were like...
it's like difficult to answer that question.
I know. That's the programming. That is the programming. It's okay. I get it. I totally get it.
You know what it is? I just don't like the word. I can be submissive if you just don't label it submissive.
Can you bring that feminine energy?
Yes, I can.
Can you maintain the household?
Yes, I can.
Okay. But you're going to argue, and you're going to hold your ground, and you're going to try to win the argument.
I'm past the point of trying to argue with somebody. It's just like, I have spoken.
Oh, God, I can't. I'm not going to be able to convince you otherwise.
I want to be the woman behind the man.
Be the woman behind the man.
Yes, you know?
But the man's doing it.
Yes, behind every great woman. Behind every great man is a great woman.
But he's been 30 years on this planet doing it. He's got the money. He got the funds to show it. So let me guess. You want a man who has his own place?
Yes.
So he got the job. Mm-hmm. He got no kids. Mm-hmm. He got his own place. Mm-hmm. He's holding it down. Mm-hmm. Why would he not go for the young girl with no kids? Why would he go for you? Especially if you're going to bring all this drama.
But I don't bring drama. The young girl with no kids is going to bring the drama.
You think so?
Yes, because she's stuck in the mentality of what society expects her to be.
You think so?
Whereas I'm past that. At this point, like, you're going to get who I truly am. And yes, I will compliment. I will compliment him. I did not bring the drama. Okay? It's not who I am.
We shall
I
see.
do tend to find myself in the middle of drama. But it's not my drama. It's other people's drama.
Yeah, it really is other people's drama.
It is, man. What the hell? But that's my own standards. Like, when I see the signs of that shit, I don't push that shit out of my life.
I think, honestly,
like, oh,
I think you're better off just
making
doing
my
a
own.
channel, doing it your own. Yes. But you know, unfortunately, there's a lot of thirsty guys out there who will fund you. Like, if you get your channel up, they will be throwing money out there.
You paint this picture like it's so easy. Like, I don't see that as like even a possibility.
There's literally look. All right, so you know Twitch has been overtaken by the what do they call them? The Twitch
Just
dots.
talking.
yeah. They got overtaken. Girls in gaming, right? Who's like barely dressed. They're not even really playing the game. They're eating sandwiches and people are throwing them money. Now there's now a promotion out there now, right? Where you can pay them to play a video game with you. And they're charging up to $100 a game. So here I am, thirsty dude. I want, a little Twitch cam girl to play Fortnite with me. I pay her $100.
Yeah,
that's where it's getting.
Yes, but here's the thing. I'm not in that bracket.
Why?
Because I'm not 19 with no kids anymore.
And you think that... Have you been on Pornhub? Have you seen the categories?
I have not.
You might want to check the categories.
This isn't the thing. Because as a female, it's like shied upon. It's like, oh, women shouldn't watch porn.
Yeah,
that's for men.
It's been the
sex is for men.
Revolution.
I keep saying this.
Look, sex is controlled by women, and men are thirsty.
You say
I guarantee that there is a fetish, and you're gonna fall right into it. There's so many categories. So many categories you can fall into.
Choose one.
Choose your category. Create your character. But I get it. You want to be more than that.
I do.
Because you do love yourself. So keep it with your positive note. Keep with your positive message. And hustle. Because I don't think you could be submissive. And that's the only thing you could bring to the table. I hate to say it, and I know I'm going to get hated on.
Isn't bringing something to the table, though.
It really is.
It's really not.
It really is.
It's really not.
In this dating age, in this day and age of dating, that men have to deal with, getting ghosted, getting attitude, getting used for dinners. And ladies, I know ladies are going to come up here, oh, I slept with a guy, he never called me back, blah, 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 all this stuff. I'm just talking about as far as a man in this dating age.
Yeah. The
guy who is not, the Chad that women, pawn over because he has the muscles. He don't give a fuck, right? I'm talking about your average guy. Your average Joe out here.
I think your average Joe out here would be super happy with me. I am a great girlfriend.
You got 3 kids.
Would you shut up for a moment? Just listen. God damn it! Put my information out there. Like,
you said that. You can toot your own horn.
I didn't say that in the last 20 seconds. Damn it! Well, somebody's just tuning in, I think I'm a great girlfriend. Like, I fully support my man if they want to pursue a passion. I speak those words into their mind every day. I'm somebody who, I'm intentional about making my man feel cared for, appreciated, and loved. I fully support, you want to go hang out with your friends? Make time, hang out with your friends. We don't have to spend every single second together.
Okay.
I fully support.
But subconsciously, every man that you've been with, have you tried to change him? Whatever he was that you were attracted to from the beginning, 2-3 years in, did you try to change him?
It's hard to say. So, my...
Gray area. You said you do like to dance in the gray.
My most recent relationship, I think I was an excellent girlfriend. I think that what happened was he, of course it was his fault, he lacked motivation.
I get that.
You know? Like, that was the only thing that I could really say was like a huge issue.
I get that. But you chose him.
Yes. Because I fell for the potential.
Okay.
I often fall for potential, and most people don't live up to their potential.
Right. So now that you're in this awakened phase and you love yourself, you have higher, you have
standards.
Yeah, higher standards. Mm-hmm. You have your boundaries now.
Right.
You're gonna stand by them.
Mm-hmm.
If you do find the guy that meets your criteria, right, and has potential, or he's living his potential. Like, right. He's there. He not has, because that's where you're messing up.
Right.
Because he's not there today.
Right.
Right? You're looking at what he could be. Mm-hmm. You're giving him credit.
Right.
You got to find somebody who's there now. So if you find that person, you got to stop trying to change them.
But it's never that I want to change the person. Because that's something I'm also intentional about. Because I don't... What's the point of being in a relationship with somebody if you just want to change them? That's insanity. No. What I want is for them to be the best that they can be.
What if they're already that? At least for them and their standards.
I'm not filtering them correctly, which is why I'm not with them any longer. But I feel like I'm a really good girlfriend. I'm a really good girlfriend, and a lot of it has to do with hearing stories from you. The shit that you complain about women about, I'm like, I purposely do not want to be that in a relationship.
Okay.
Like, I'm not a nagger. I refuse to nag. I will tell you something once, maybe twice. If it doesn't change, I'm either doing my damn self or you're out of here.
Okay.
Like, I'm not going to spend every single day bickering with you. That's ridiculous.
Okay.
Like, I'm in certain situations, like, I do allow the man to lead. Go ahead. Make yourself look stupid. You ain't making me look stupid. You're making your damn self look stupid. I'm with it, Like, I don't try and change, like, their core qualities and who they are. Like, I'm not going to try and change the way you walk, the way you talk, the way you dress. Like, that's who you are. But if I see that you're not putting your best side out there, I'm also going to encourage you to be your best.
Why are you with somebody who you think they're not optimized?
Because I don't screen
my men better. You don't have time
for
that. You don't have time for that.
I don't screen my men better.
Like, you should be with somebody who's optimized.
Yes. This is true.
So really, what you need right now
is to be single for a long time.
Well, I mean, that's what you're working on. I mean, you're focused and you're doing your thing. And I think if you're focused and you're doing your thing, you love yourself right now, and you're content with that, yeah, you should be single. But if you were to get into a relationship, right, I think that you honestly should find somebody who's older, somebody who has kids already.
I like older men.
Somebody who's older, somebody who already has kids, and somebody who has their shit together. Like, stop dating boys.
Absolutely. I completely agree.
As simple as that.
I completely agree.
And then you will not, I guarantee if you find somebody who's older, you will be content with them. You're not going to try to change them.
Can I get that in writing?
Because they're older, they got the wisdom. But not somebody who's older and not doing something with it.
Yeah, no. That's just an older version of what I'm currently doing, right. Like, no.
No, find somebody who's older, who got their shit together, who has kids. Because you could still bring...
Why do they have to have kids? Why does it have to be like a thing?
Because an older single guy, maybe he doesn't want kids. If he doesn't want kids, that's kind of weird that you have kids.
That's true. Because he doesn't want them. Why would he date somebody with kids? Yeah.
Exactly. And if he does want them, and he doesn't have them, you're going to end up with another baby.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
All right, so an older guy with kids.
Yeah. So you got to have stepkids.
Which I'm about. I've had stepkids before.
Yeah. You feel comfortable with that?
Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah. So that's what I think would be optimal for you. That's just my opinion. That's just me seeing how things are. I think you would naturally, because, I don't know, I feel there's a reason why women like older men. Right? They have status. They have their shit together. Their age. They understand life more, right? Than the younger guys. They're just immature, right? So women like to be led, and they want to be led by somebody who has their shit together. Mm-hmm. So I think you would click more with an older man who has kids.
Because I'm an old soul.
No, you gotta change that. That just means you're boring. That's just a cliche way of saying you're boring.
I mean, I kind of am, and I'm okay with that.
It's okay.
Like, I'm very outgoing, but like, not if I don't have to be.
You don't look. I make fun of you that you're out of touch. Like, you're not in tune with what's hip and all that. But that's okay.
That's the younger generation.
Keep it simple. You don't have to be out there all the time. Mm-hmm. You don't have to be wild and crazy. But make sure you find somebody who's like that.
Yeah.
Like, those are the things you have to understand. Mm-hmm. Like, if you're not loud, don't get somebody who's loud, because they're just going to cheat on you. Because you're boring.
Yeah.
So if you like staying at home, you're a homebody, get an introvert. Find somebody who's introverted.
I don't want no damn introvert in my life. I can't do that. I'm not about that life.
Well, what are you going to do? You're going to find somebody who's in the club who likes to be in the club all the time?
No. Maybe somebody who, like, hikes or, I wouldn't mind, like...
So then that's where you would find somebody.
Doing, like, a rowboat.
You go to a group hiking. You find the older guy. Hey, there's my target. Make sure it's in a rich area. So he has funds.
Meetups.
Yeah. Make sure he has resources. But, I mean, that's what you have to bring to the table. Mm. Like, you have to bring that feminine energy. And that masculine energy, ladies, you gotta admit, masculine energy is dominating energy.
Yeah.
Right? Masculine is like, I'm aggressive. I'm gonna dominate this, whatever I'm doing. Mm-hmm. Like, when you're competing in a sport, that aggression and that whole adrenaline to compete, that's masculine energy. Mm-hmm. Like, that's what you're in right there. Right? And then that whole nurturing and that whole loving and that expression and the emotions, that's feminine energy. Mm-hmm. Right? To kind of, put some adjectives around it. Yeah. There's more to it, but that's what you got to be. You got to bring that feminine energy. Can't be out here trying to change the guy that you were attracted to.
Right.
To become something else that now you're not attracted to.
Right.
Like, I don't understand why women love to do that. Like, they nag, and the guy changes, and then they're like, I'm not attracted to you no more. No shit, I'm not the person you fell in love with.
I don't know, I've never been in that situation.
You never nagged.
I can't speak to that situation.
I know so many. See, I know your secrets. You can't lie to me. I know the stuff.
I've never.
I know the stuff that your ex used to do. All your exes used to do that you just were irate about.
Okay.
And if you were bitching to me about it, I know you're bitching to them about it.
This is untrue.
All the quirks or all the.
This is untrue, and that's an issue with me. I have communication issues because I will let things slide. Because I didn't have clear boundaries. I just let shit slide, and then like when things would boil over, I would just like I'd have like my points, just this, and this. No, don't talk back to me because I just told you what the issue was.
So you're telling me you had optimum patience.
Yes.
To tolerate and not. So when you should address something, you would say, it's not that serious.
It's not that serious. I feel there's a lot of things in relationships that are not that serious. Like, it's not worth the argument. It's not worth the headache. Like, relax. You're going to be fine.
I want to agree with you, but in a way, for a man, no. Because women like to test. Women like to play games. They do. They like to test. They like to push the boundaries. They like to see what they can get away with. And if a man doesn't address that shit early in the beginning and say, no, I'm not tolerating that shit. This is my boundary. This is my box. There's the door.
But that's absolutely fine.
Then it's going to end up with her cheating or her dipping. If
those are your boundaries, then yes, speak up to that.
But even if it's like the littlest thing.
Here's my thing. If we're in a relationship and we're both serious about this relationship, I have 3 rules. Don't lie to me. Don't cheat on me. And don't hit me. Everything else, we could figure out.
No. There got to be one more rule there.
Which is what?
Something about your kids. Like, literally, it was all 3 for you.
Oh my God. I'm not talking about for my babies. Like
Damn, mama.
I feel like that's like a given with like my babies. Like you're taking this off topic. I'm saying in general, like those are like the three big ones.
Fellas, here's the first one that women will do to test you, to see if you're a punk or not.
Okay.
Here's the very first one.
Okay.
You set a time to meet. It's the first date, right? Backdoor off of Tinder, was it Bumble, Hinge, whatever it may be, right? Maybe you just met her somewhere and you set a time. Hey, drinks at 7.
Okay.
9 times out of 10, she's going to test you by seeing if you will waver by pushing the time back. Or another time. Hey, something came up. Can we meet at 8?
I've never done that.
Women do that all the time.
Yo, I've never done that.
All the time.
And you know what it is? I know that I have a hard time with being on time to places. So I start preparing super early.
Yeah. So, fellas, you gotta hold your boundaries.
What? Honestly, I feel, and I do this with my girlfriends, because I have one girlfriend who, like, she just takes forever to, like, get anywhere. Like, I will wait for you 15 minutes. If you're 15 minutes later than what we said.
Pay attention, fellas.
Like, I'm not going to wait around.
Yes.
I'm not going to wait around. My time is more valuable to me.
Here's a rule, fellas. If you're paying attention, when you set the date, make sure you set the date in a poppin' spot, right? Plan the evening alone. So that way, if she decides to stick around, if she shows up, if she doesn't flake, she shows up, cool. If the date goes well, cool. However, if she flakes, you still enjoy the night. You still go out, you still love yourself, you still entertain yourself. Okay. And you go out in a positive note so that you can pick up the shorty at the spot. If you say, yo, we're gonna meet at this bar, but you know that whole strip is lit on a Friday or Saturday night. Yeah. Because chances are, Friday, Saturday night, you're gonna get flaked on. Look, if you're going on a date on a Tuesday, you're just a free meal. Friday, Saturday night, you're gonna get flaked on because a better option is gonna come along. She's gonna dip with that option, and you're gonna get flaked on. So plan accordingly. Say, yo, we're gonna meet up for drinks at 7 at a popping spot. She doesn't show up. You get the drinks and you go have a good time.
I think what we should do here is change this whole like dynamic of this show to you giving me advice on how to be like a badass bitch. Like some of the stuff you tell me about women, I'm like, wow, like that's crazy to me.
Yeah, most
women are either late or flake.
Yeah, late or flake. Yep. Fellas, comment, please.
Yo, late or flake. What?
Late or flake. So, first off, if a man's going on a date on a Monday or a Tuesday, chances are he's a free meal.
Well, that's Sin City. The Bronx. BX, that's a Tuesday night. That's popping.
Strip club?
Hell yeah, you keep some steak.
Fellas, comment down below if you want to date her. Yo, she's taking you to a strip club on a Tuesday night for the first date. Wait, but who's giving who the lap dance? You giving the stripper the lap dance?
No, he's paying for the stripper to give him the lap dance.
Him the lap dance or you the lap dance?
Him the lap dance.
Oh, okay, because the stripper will give you the lap dance for free.
This is true.
And you know he's willing to watch. Like, oh my God, you can fulfill some fantasies. Like, you're making him think certain things he shouldn't be thinking on the first date.
Oh, man.
Yeah, you threw me all off topic.
It was a Tuesday night. It was a Tuesday night. Sin City. You can have a steak. Order a filet mignon right there.
See, I normally don't do dinners. Like on a first date, I'm doing drinks. Drinks are like coffee, but damn.
I think coffee is a nice first date.
It is.
Yes. I think if you're going out for coffee to meet someone, there's a general interest in getting to know you more.
Yes. I like drinks. Drinks don't cost much. Right? Fellas, pay attention. Drinks don't cost much. You can buy her the drink. You still be that gentleman if you want to be that gentleman. But you're not getting used and abused for dinner. Like, dinner's lame. Like, you shouldn't even... Like, dinner should just be, like, you're hands down a year into the relationship. and if you two
year, did you just say a year into the relationship?
Fuck yes.
A year?
Yes, because people don't filter relationships.
No. A year in, she's cooking you a home cooked meal. Come on.
Damn, yo, this is number. Yo, I'm getting stumped left and right because I was about to say like, yo, people are jumping into relationships, and you should be filtering people like a year into it. Like people are getting like hitched 3 months in.
This is true. That's crazy.
Yo, 3 months in, 3 months in, you should be upgrading her to a venti.
You don't know that person. What I have to say is like my last relationship. Something I really liked is like we were taking it slow. Mm-hmm. And like it was definitely like very cultural thing with like his culture.
Don't be moving in.
But
6 months in.
Like we took a long time to tell each other that we loved each other. Mm-hmm. But we often told each other how much we liked each other. Yeah. So like there was still like that verbal communication that like the hell's the word I'm looking for, that like validation that like this person's still into me, but like we're both like we're not there yet.
I think a year of seeing the person is when you can start considering using I love you. Mm-hmm. Maybe we should take this serious. Mm-hmm. Like especially in this day and age, a year of consistency of seeing somebody and dating somebody, mm-hmm. where it's hookup, Tinder, flaking, ghosting, all that stuff. If you can see somebody and tolerate somebody for a whole year, mm-hmm. make plans, and they've been consistent with meeting up those plans and actually bonding with you, mm-hmm. and creating something with you, after a year, that's when you should start thinking about, okay, we should take it to the next level. Mm. And even then, I still wouldn't live with somebody. And marriage is totally out of the window until laws are changed.
And then, all right, so the other thing we used to tell each other all the time was like, like, I'm glad I'm still getting to know you. Mm-hmm. And especially like after an argument, like one of us always like made sure that we said it, like, I'm glad I'm still getting to know you. Mm-hmm. Because you get to know a person through an argument too. Yes. Like it's okay to have different opinions.
And as cheesy,
you're not always going to agree.
Yes, and as cheesy as this sounds, what you should also have been saying is, I enjoy growing with you. Mm-hmm. Because you're growing. Yeah. Like the person you were a year ago, the person you were 5 years ago or 10 years ago is not the person you are today. Right. And I would be disappointed if you were. Mm-hmm. Like you should always be striving to be better than who you were yesterday.
Oh my God, there was a meme on IG. It was like a butterfly and a caterpillar, and they're sitting at the little table at like the little cafe. They're having like some tea, and the caterpillar is like, you've changed, and like the butterfly is like, we're supposed to, sipping his tea. I'm like, ooh,
where was Kermit?
That's a good one.
Where was Kermit?
Kermit wasn't in it.
Kermit was like, that's none of my business.
Maybe he was like the waiter that came over, like poured the tea. Like, oh,
was Baby Yoda in this meme?
No,
I'm not watching it. I don't like
butterfly.
It. No Baby Yoda. No Baby Yoda. I'm not buying into it. No, but I get it. That's how you're supposed to be evolving. Mm-hmm. Like you're doing life wrong if you're not chasing excellence. Like if you're not chasing to be better, you're doing it wrong. Correct. You're just being complacent. Right. You're being lazy. Yeah. You're a bum. Get off your fat ass and do something.
Damn, that's a little like harsh.
Yes, tough love. Get off your ass. What are you doing?
Get your shit together.
Turn us off. No, don't turn us off. No, I like talking to you. I like talking to you, but after this, get off your ass and do something.
Yes. That was something I wanted, that's a topic I want to discuss on Pollen, my channel, @Pollen, is, binging. Habitual binging.
Yeah, I'm cutting off YouTube right now.
I have a friend, and like she sent me a message. I was like, hey, what are you doing? She was like, oh, I'm stuck at the airport for a couple hours. I was like, are you reading anything? She was like, I am, but I don't have it with me. She was like, I think I'm just gonna be on IG, waste my time on IG for a few hours. Mm-hmm. And so I threw it back at her. So I threw it back at her. Listen. So I threw it back at her. I was like, and I tried doing I statements. I learned, like, you always want to speak in, like, I statements. So I'm like, recently I've really been exploring, like, what my passion is, like, how I can make money off of that. So I threw it at her. I was like, maybe you should spend some of the time, like, thinking about what it is that, how you can make money off of what it is that you do, what you love to do. Right. Like, plant that seed. Like, come on, like, grow. Yes. And like
some people won't take it.
She threw so much like positive energy at me because of that. She was just like, wow, like.
Oh, so she actually embraced it.
She did. She
Wow.
embraced it, and
Kudos
she was just
on
like,
her,
she
a lot of
was
people
like,
hate
wow,
it.
like
a lot of people, it just goes over their head, and they're like, oh, I don't want to. Like, they don't want to do the work.
No. She was like, like, I already have, like, I've been working on this plan, and like, this is what I want to do, and she was just like so happy that like I took the moment to like say like, hey, pursue your dream.
Mm-hmm.
Like, don't waste your time the next 2 hours. Like, think about your future in the next 2 hours.
Yep.
But that's what we instinctively do. We just go back to IG. We go to Facebook. We waste time on Netflix.
For that instant gratification.
Yes.
Like, we got to stop with the instant gratification. We got to start challenging ourselves. Mm-hmm. We got to start pushing ourselves to evolve to who we were meant to be.
Yeah.
And all this, I mean, I feel all this is lessons that we have to learn to be able to elevate to the next, whatever that afterlife may be.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we're on a journey. We're on a journey of growth. And we have to grow.
Yeah.
If we don't, what's the point of it? Like, what's the point of it? If you're not, that's why, like, I'm kind of against this whole push of, eliminating bullies. Because it's like, if you don't have those challenges in life, how are you supposed to excel to that next level?
You're really pro-bully over here.
Yeah, because I had a bully. And he's one of my best friends now. Like, he literally was, because, I mean, growing up, being a fat kid, that's like the most obvious thing. Mm-hmm. It's like, okay, Captain Obvious, I could see what you see in the mirror. Yeah, okay, I'm fat. What else can you say? But, a bully will see that. Mm-hmm. And like my bully, I didn't fight my bully. I'm
curious, like, who's this bully? Do I know the bully?
I didn't fight my bullies. Mm-hmm. I killed my bullies with comedy. Like I was always joking with them and always fucking with them, and the next thing you know, you became friends.
They like that energy. And they're just like, wow.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So they saw more than the obvious.
Yeah.
But I could have run away. I could have, cried. I could have done all this stuff. Mm-hmm. I probably did as a kid. But you know what? What are you going to do? You got to live in that shit.
Yeah.
Like, you can't, if you can't change the shit you're living in, have the strength to get through it. Mm-hmm. Right? We said that last time. Like, if you can't change your life, what's bitching to do about it?
Not a damn thing.
No, it's just going to make you miserable.
It's going to make you more miserable, yeah.
Right. So then have the positivity and the will to get through it. Mm-hmm. And then have the power to change it. Simple. I didn't hate my bully. I embraced him. I looked at his flaws and I called him out on it. Mm-hmm. I was like, all right, Captain Obvious, what about this? Bang, 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 bang. That's it.
Yeah.
Fight him back. You don't always have to use violence. You don't always have to be physical with it. Mm. You could be, strategic and use your brain. But you can't cower.
I mean, even the whole violent thing, like, I think that we've just taken it overboard, like, in this day and age. Like, I remember back in the day, like, if you had an ass beating coming to you, like, somebody would beat your ass, and that would just be the end of it.
Put you straight.
Yeah.
Because you were being rowdy.
But, like, now it's like, oh, like, somebody offends you, and, like, oh, you gotta kill them. And then their buddies are gonna kill you because you killed them. And, like, it's too much. Like, chill.
Well, back in the day, at least for guys, when you fought somebody, mm-hmm. It was almost a sign of respect. Like, it was like, oh, shit, we went toe-to-toe, you hanged in there. Mm-hmm. And then it was almost like a bonding experience. If that makes any sense to you. Like, it was a bonding of just straight up survival instinct. If I make it any sense.
That's just straight, like, masculine energy.
Yeah.
It was like, oh.
That's really what it was.
Huh.
And I did that all the way up till in the military. Mm. Like, there was a couple of guys that fought in the military. Mm-hmm. And after that, we were straight.
Yeah.
Whatever beef we had, we got it out.
Yeah.
And it grew in an odd way. Mm-hmm. It grew that brothership, it grew that fellowship.
Yeah.
Like, it grew that bond. Because you
both had the guts to.
Yeah. We stood
defend yourselves. Yeah. Like.
We stood toe to toe, and we had, minus the cuts and bruises, whatever the fuck it may be, minus the getting in trouble and all that shit. Mm-hmm. It was the respect, the mutual respect of neither one of us backing down.
Yeah.
You know?
I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah. And that goes back to the whole competition thing. Like when you're in a race, right? Like why do you see a lot of like people who compete afterwards? They embrace each other. They give their respect.
Yeah.
Because like you put up a challenge, and though there was one winner, you didn't back down. You gave me that competition.
I mean, even on the same thing, like in sports, like when a player gets hurt, like the other team has the respect to be like, yo, like, hang on, are you okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like you're my competition tonight, but you're still my fellow man.
Yeah. Like there's
like the runners, like when like they'll give up that title to help their fellow, person that's competing with them across that finish line.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always beautiful. I mean, it's making me feel like inspired right now. I have like that
But it's like like in the World Cup. When they're in that the final two teams, and the whole world's watching. And you got that losing team, but you'll have the other players go and hug it out, and they'll be crying. One's crying because they're both crying, but one's crying in defeat, right? Typical crying, and the other one's crying of victory.
Yeah.
But there's also mutual respect.
Yeah.
And it's like that's what
we're both need. Here. We both earned it.
Yeah,
we both came here. We got here.
And that's like we're at least for men. When you fight somebody, you go toe to toe. You have that mutual respect.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, I can see what you can do.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like, I don't know. I don't like this whole don't bully. That's what you call me.
I think bullying is just like a completely different thing in this day and age.
Well, there's social bullying.
Yes.
Where it's magnified because of social media.
Yeah.
So when one person wants to bully you,
it's so socially, easy for everyone else to jump on. In. Yes. Yep.
I agree in that sense, yes. But I still think you need to go challenge that one person who started it. And if you have to do it socially, you get your buddy to videotape it.
Yeah.
And you hit him with a chair.
Yeah.
Hey, look.
Shit.
I'm not promoting violence, but I'm saying you gotta challenge all obstacles.
Yeah.
And you gotta get through. You can't back down. You got to keep pushing forward. So if somebody comes at you publicly, maybe you got to come at them publicly. Maybe you don't hit them with a chair. Maybe you stand up in a table and you do something ballsy, right? You write down a poem or you write down some lyrics.
Yeah.
And you just spit it and you blast them up. Because everybody, I guarantee, there's nobody on this planet who has optimum self-confidence.
This is true.
There is something that we're always insecure
about. Yep.
So you find that person's weakness, whatever it may be, and you blast it socially, you're going to tear that bully down.
Yeah.
You're going to tear him down. That's what I did, but I did it through comedy. So you can't back down. Can't back down, and we're not all equal. You got to fight. You got to fight to survive. Life's not easy. And I'm not just talking about just how we're living. You get put in the middle of the woods, life ain't fucking easy.
Not at all.
Nature will tear you up.
Yeah.
Nature will eat you up and spit you out.
Not even just like put you in nature, put you in a different country.
Yeah.
Like here in the US, we have shit made.
Yeah.
Like the things and that's why they call it first world problems. Because like the shit that we like worry about is so insignificant compared to, somebody, in a different country.
Yeah. In a sad way, like I'm kind of rooting for what we're going through right now. Because, and I said this earlier, it's a struggle to awaken people.
Yeah.
People are going to realize that they've been bitching about stuff that they shouldn't be bitching about. They're going to realize, damn, I need to learn something if I want to survive. Like that's why I'm tuned into shows like The Walking Dead or stuff that shows like a post-apocalyptic society and you have to survive. Because it's like we lost all those skill sets.
We have.
Like all that stuff to help us survive.
Yeah.
We've lost that.
One of the things I want to do, like, now that I have time on my hands, no job, I've retired. I want to start a garden and like a legit garden. Yes. You know, I want to have strawberries growing in my yard.
You and have some chickens
I want to have
some
cucumbers. Yeah. I thought about chickens. I was like, I should have some chickens, not a rooster, but some chickens.
Make your own. Well, how you gonna get eggs?
Chickens naturally lay eggs.
Don't you need a rooster?
No, a rooster impregnates you. Eggs. Chickens don't need no roosters. Women don't need no men.
Rooster out here, raping these chickens.
Shit, she didn't ask for that. She ran away.
But seriously, like, that's a great thing to want to do. Make your garden.
Yeah.
Get a green thumb.
Yes. I want to have like potatoes.
Can you imagine if the power goes out and like, listen, right now we're going through this whole quarantine, right? We're about to get quarantined.
Yeah.
Right? Power goes out. Like, how are you going to survive?
Yeah.
If you growing your potatoes out there, you can survive on your
potatoes, cucumbers. Yeah.
Yeah. You had a couple of eggs out there. Now you got some protein to go with it.
Yeah.
Right? You have yourself a little solar power battery out there.
Mm-hmm.
Help yourself get some power.
Yeah.
You can survive. But we don't know how to do that.
We don't.
As a society, we don't. And that's what I'm saying. That's why I went back to the whole throw them in nature. Because in nature, the biggest thing is going to kill you and the littlest thing is going to kill you.
Absolutely.
Let some spider bite you. Let some snake get you.
Yeah.
Like, we don't know how to survive.
Not at all.
Like, we've literally been attached to the tits of the government for so long that if we get... that's going to be 90% of us. We're going to be, I don't know what to do. I got no cell phone service.
Yeah.
My battery's dead. What do I do? I'm in the dark. Like, do you know how to start a fire?
I do.
You know how to start
I know how to start a fire.
Like, I got this, so with this whole, prepping and everything, I got myself a knife that has a fire starter.
Nice.
Right? So I was like, all right, cool. I don't have to, like, rub two rocks together.
No, not two rocks.
Get a spark going.
You need a stick and some rope and just...
Yeah? That's what you do?
Yeah.
Start a fire?
Yeah.
Okay.
Put a little tinder.
You got an axe? So you
not
just chop some wood?
I don't have an axe.
You need an axe. How are you going to get the wood? How are you going to get wood? You going to burn your house down again?
Wow. No, I'm not going to burn down my house.
What are you going to do? What are you going to do? How are you going to start a fire?
I can just go out to the tree line and grab some twigs.
How are you going to survive?
Some twigs out there.
You better start watching some videos.
Listen, I'm going to make it work. I'm going to think outside the box, and I'm surviving.
Yeah?
Yes.
You sure?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Because I'm testing my...
I don't know about eating spiders. Not there yet.
Because I'm testing my little guys. I come into the room, I start swinging, punching them. I'm like, I'm Corona. What are you going to do?
Oh,
and they fight back. They fight back. And then I hold one of them down. I put my knee on their chest, and they're like, Daddy, I can't breathe. I'm like, I know. I said I'm Corona.
Yeah.
It affects your system. So then I'm like, relax and breathe. And they start slowing down. And they start controlling their breathing. It's like,
same thing when, like, you have a panic attack. Even just a panic attack. Like, in your mind, you think you can't breathe.
Yeah.
But really, you're just forgetting to breathe. You're freaking out to the point where you're just, you're not breathing.
Yeah. And then afterwards, they come at me. You should see the little rage in them.
Yeah.
And they start, like, jumping on the bed and jumping on me. I'm like, all right, time out. I'm like, no, we're the cure. Like, they know how to come at me. And, it's sad, but I'm hoping that I'm prepping them, doing what I got to do to get them in their right mindset in case this really, becomes serious.
Yeah.
But on that note,
I think my main concern is just, like, we have to worry about, like, our parents.
Yes. At some point, we're going to have to quarantine ourselves from Mom.
Yeah.
Like, we got to tell Mom, like, lock yourself down. She ain't going to want to do that.
Not at all.
But she can't come see us.
No.
Because we can infect her.
Yeah.
She's in that target age. Like, how do we cut ourselves off from her? Like, we're going to have to FaceTime her.
We'll have to FaceTime her, yeah. We'll have to FaceTime her, like, all the time.
Yeah.
I get AM, you get PM.
Yeah, and tell her to stay in the house.
Yeah.
Because she's
doing really good, though. I'm proud of her. Like, she's really, like, taking steps, and she's taking it seriously, She recognizes it as a threat.
That's good. And she's prepping. She got more water? More supplies?
She has more water. She has more supplies. She has like I said, she's taking vitamins. She's taking vitamin C. Um, she's avoiding, big crowds. She's not really going out to church, and
Yeah, I told her. I told her to do her, through church online
she
because
did
she could do the
laundry.
church
She's doing
online.
laundry at 7 a.m.
Yeah, off hours. She told
Yes,
me. Yep, she
yep,
told me.
yeah,
And honestly, like I told her, the biggest thing is she has to cut herself from us.
yeah,
It's like you can't see us for like a month.
yeah. I told her too. I was like, because we went to visit her, and as soon as I walked in, like I could smell the difference. Like her home just smells just like clean.
Yeah. Well, it's a good thing that she has that OCD. She always had that.
She always has it.
Been a germaphobe.
And
so
what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to inspire her to just like, pursue that. Like I tell her, I'm like, Mom, like it's awesome. Like you enjoy cleaning anyway, so why not go a little overboard with the cleaning? It makes you feel good.
Yeah. But she also has to, take her one a day. She showed me her one a day.
She did, yes.
Take her vitamins, take some vitamin C, go out there, start walking. Mm-hmm. Like if she can go out walking by herself, with nobody around her, but she has to stay active and stay healthy because if it hits her, she has to be at her strongest, strongest survive.
Yes.
So she has to be her optimum version. Mm-hmm. So start eating right and start, walking, getting some fitness in, and getting your vitamins in.
Yeah.
Because this thing is scary. Yeah. It's scary. She's in that target age group. Yeah.
That was another thing with like the schools closing. Originally I was thinking like, wow, this is a bad thing because, when your kid can't go to school and your kid can't go to daycare, you usually call a parent.
Yeah.
Or an older caregiver who doesn't have the same hours.
You can't do that because the kids can't expose the kids.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's...
So originally I thought it was a little ass backwards that they're closing schools.
Well, no, that's why there a lot of states are saying like, look, you have to pay the
parents.
You have to pay them so they can stay home.
Yeah.
We got to do what we got to do to get by.
Yeah.
And that's why Trump is looking to do this tax relief because it's like, but I don't know how the economy is gonna bounce back when the whole world is gonna stop. Mm-hmm. It's almost gonna be like a month of like right now Italy stopped.
Yeah.
And then the next country stops. Mm-hmm. The next country stops. So it's gonna be like 2 months of just
yeah,
like a screeching halt. Like how do we bounce back?
Honestly, I think that things are gonna be fine. Like that whole like period of like not being able to access these little luxuries that we're so used to being able to access. You could go to Walmart at 2 a.m., like these little things that we're used to accessing. I think that
creature comforts.
Yeah, like it's just going to show us like, hey, we don't really need everything that we think we need right now. I'm really hoping that out of this comes the strength for a lot of households to realize that they do not need 2 incomes.
Yes.
I really hope that, moms out there are like, wow, I enjoy this time home with my children. Parents actually enjoy this time home with their children.
I hope that I hope globally we also take this time to push ourselves to the next phase where we realize we can do a lot from home.
Yes.
Because I want more companies to embrace working from home. Mm-hmm. I want more schools to embrace teaching from home.
Yes.
Because that cuts back on a lot of costs. Mm-hmm. Like just the cost on transportation.
Yes.
Like we cut that back if we just, embrace home. Mm-hmm. So I hope because if we get quarantined, we could still do the show.
Yeah.
We could still go online as long as we got power. Like we're gonna be watching Netflix. Mm-hmm. We're gonna be playing video games, and we can still be creating content.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna be working from home. Mm-hmm. Like I don't see why we still gotta be the rat in the wheel. So I hope that we push, society forward and say, hey, we can do this.
Yeah.